Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit and in the green. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald, where it's about time we started looking for a few Pokemon. I believe we can get 1 or 2 new ones that aren't Oddishes on this route. I think this is one of the first locations you can actually find Absol, which was an instant fan favourite, basically. We have got a lot of familiar faces, and I am sad. This could take a while. Now, I'm pretty sure you find Absol around here anyway. Interestingly, Absol does start to... Here we go! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, Captain Toad. Oh, let's try that again, Captain Toad. Wow. Captain Toad is off his game today. Yeah, Captain Toad forgot his contact lenses. You want to run back home and pop those in, champ? Might need them. So we'll hit it with a Mega Drain. Poor Absol, it can't get much mileage out of Dark moves, but Generation 4, blessing. Blessing for Absol, because it could do so much more. And getting Night Slash to run on Super Luck. Super Luck Night Slash with a scope lens. Absol is gonna do a good bit of damage. Might hurt me if I don't catch it, so I'll give this a shot. I don't know what its catch rate is. Obviously not good enough. Okay, I think I risk it. I was very afraid. Razor Wind, which also has a high critical hit ratio, but sucks. Did you know that Razor Wind only had 75 accuracy in Generations 1 and 2, and Absol has a really... Okay, so we don't get hit by that. So it's popped out of Great Ball, Ultra Balls. Now we just have Great Balls, which are worse, slightly. I could see that coming as soon as I said they're worse slightly. It's like, I have the ability to predict my own luck, remember? It's like, you get to those moments where it's just like, I know based on past form that I'm going to look stupid the moment I open my mouth, but no. Well, I mean, at least it worked. We caught Absol. Absol, the disaster Pokemon. Absol, unfortunately, has not been able to live down that one time. Everybody assumes that Absol is always going to be causing calamity or trouble or some sort of problem which makes people dislike it. It wasn't Absol's fault, it really doesn't want to talk about it, and to this day, it has absolutely no idea where the school cormorant ended up. So don't ask. And there we go. Always a good Pokemon. Even in these games, it's firing off a base attack of 130, and this guy's a bird keeper. So, putting Captain Toad up against him is probably a bad idea. No, I'm not going to put Captain Toad up against him. I'm actually trying not to make bad decisions. At least not too many bad decisions. Unless it's genuinely funny. But even then, I never really think of myself as spontaneously funny. I don't know how well my planned jokes work, but rightio. I was thinking he had a Swablu, but then I'm like, does he have anything else? What other Pokemon could this guy call? It's just Swablu, but jeez, I love the animations in these games. I just really love this. It's all so charming, honestly. I don't know, there's just something about the pixel art games. And I mean, I know there are probably lots of like indie pixel art games, almost a dime a dozen, but the way people do use them is still very creative. It's another easily accessible art form. Like, people can make genuinely fantastic... Oh, right, Birdkeeper. People can make genuinely fantastic pixel art, and they do. It's incredibly intricate. Just sit back and enjoy, really. Because there is so much you can do with art. I mean, I showed off that gentleman wheezing I drew. I probably haven't sketched in a while, but give me a bit of practice and I could do it. Like, one of the sketches I did a while back was I think a really, really good one of Coffee, based on its sprite in red and blue, where the designers mucked things up and put the skull and crossbone above its eyes rather than below it. It just popped. It felt really, really good finishing that off. I really love how it looks. I've got a few good little bits and pieces along the way, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And look, anybody can do it. Art has been accessible to humans for generations. I'm probably still riding off the high from going to an exhibition recently. But it's been so accessible for generations, it's like, just take a look at even cave paintings. People found a way to create, to convey meaning and messages. You can do it too. And we should be humiliating, mocking, and deriding as uncool, quote unquote, well, AI prompters. They're not artists, certainly not, but we should be mocking and deriding those people and pointing out how uncool they are. And I love how Grumpig's just sitting there watching as Captain Toad ends up basically going negative mode. I don't feel good. Put your contact lenses in, Captain Toad! Well, at least it's consistent. At least it's consistent. That... Some things don't change. Some things really don't change, and now Grumpig's not doing well. Oh. That was always going to be a knockout. Oh. I'm lost for words. I'm so lost for words. Now, if that had hit Captain Toad and Captain Toad had been confused, this would have been the perfect battle. In quotation marks. At least with 100 base accuracy, Headbutt can't miss. Ugh. I don't care! Your hack, your luck hacks completely ruined my Pokemon. I mean, luck hacks is the one strategy I've never truly been able to do that much against. It happens a bit with Vanguard. It's just one of those things. It's a little annoying that I can't do anything about it, but it does make for some interesting situations along the way. Everybody gets some, but sometimes it just feels like the RNG is going against you. And of course, how you start off the game can determine a lot too. Of course, that was going to happen. So I've really got a... Okay, thank you. I just wanted to do that out of sheer spite. and to get Captain Toad a little closer to a level up. Excuse me. I need cut. Hold on. Okay, here we... What did I teach cut to then? I thought I taught it to Nuzleaf. I know I taught it Flash. Oh well, we're getting rid of Bide. Bide's not great. I mean, it might work with the AI, but knowing how spiteful it can be in this game, if you actually do try and use something that can screw it over, I wouldn't be surprised if it did nothing. Hidden item. Oh well, we came all this way for a rare candy, that's something. Excuse me again. So, future me has probably yelled at me for this, but I taught Cut to Liner. And I temporarily forgot that. Probably because I have a Paris in Fire Red that has Cut and Flash. Now, one of the trainers along this route did at one point have a Milotic. I think it might have been this one. But in Emerald it was changed, because Milotic in Rain is a pain in the backside. I mean, Milotic is always a pain in the backside because of its great special defense, and its only weaknesses being special types in these games. What do you mean? I do know where you are. The tree disguise is very obvious. At least you're not wearing Road Cone Orange. Nincada and Metatite. Okay. Well, away we go. The team should be... Well, it should be easy. So we headbutt that. We Psybeam that. No detect! Actually, a bit of a surprise. Metatite usually likes to waste everybody's time. Captain Toad leveled up. Well done. And more Pokemon. Makuhita, okay. Well, we'll see what the other Pokemon the Ninja Boy has. Probably a poison type. For some reason, I'm just getting a hankering to play Pokemon Conquest again. Those were good times. Conquest was such a good game. And, like, the character designs were on point. Like, I enjoyed the Samurai Warriors games, because it's nice to just sort of have a game where you can switch off and beat things up. And it's so interesting, like, you've got the characters of Samurai Warriors. You've got the gameplay of Nobunaga's Ambition crossed with Pokemon. It's like one of those crazy ideas like Mario and Rabbids that shouldn't work on paper, and yet somehow it did, and it was awesome. Hey, Psychic! Let's get rid of Psych Up, because Confuse Ray is always here. Because I don't know what else Truffle can learn. But yeah, honestly, Mario and Rabbids was really, really good. They didn't expect... I don't know if they expected the first one to work as well as it did, but it was really solid, and then they built on it even more with Sparks of Hope. And just the way everything's set up, it's really, really creative. I just love the game. Honestly, they're both so much fun. And the music is brilliant as well. I mean, you've got Grant Kirkhope involved. Of course it's going to be awesome. And with the second game having Gareth Coker and Yoko Shimomura on board along with Grant, it was something special. They managed to make Lightning strike twice on that one. Now I think if we cut here, it's just Aspear Berries. Alrighty, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the trainer who had... yes, this is the one who had the Milotic. Actually, now I remember. Got changed to Sableye. Alrighty, let's go, little Kiwi. So I am going to have to rely on feint attack. Kiwi might need a good coverage move. Problem is, a lot of my options are special. Oh, this is the one that's wasting my time. Like, Fake Out does very little damage, but it's a guaranteed flinch. I think once I've had a Pokemon with Inner Focus get away with it. But Sableye's base stats aren't great either. Hooray, we're just doing the same thing to each other. I'm upset. I can't even use a tract. And it's wasting my time. What on earth should I teach Kiwi? Let's see what else I'll have to see what else I've got. Because Return is the main mileage move. Sableye at least gets same type attack bonus. Yeah, that critical hit was not good. Well, you know what? I'm annoyed with you, so Tsunama. Do not hurt my cat. Nobody messes with the cat. You just have to keep wasting my time, don't you? Despite the fact you were outclassed by Tsunama, you got lucky with crit sacking. That has a 50% chance of failing. Okay, I take it back. Sableye is more than capable of being just as much of a pain in the can as Milotic. It's like this wouldn't... It would go absolutely nowhere in competitive, but it's just like it's here to be a pain in the butt. It's there to annoy you. And that, unfortunately, is the story of playing Pokemon games. The AI is either absolute rocks for brains, or they're just being annoying. Oh, I didn't realize there was actually something there. Like, that's almost one of the worst things. The opponent that you know you can beat, but they just make everything as irritating as possible. Like, what would be a good example of this from a different game? Like, oh yeah, I've got a hard time immediately thinking of something. Unfortunately. I'm sure something will wind up coming to mind eventually. Oh yeah, there's a really, really good one. Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. is generally just annoying. He probably will make the fight a little bit irritating, but absolutely nothing will change the fact that you're going to belt the living suitcase out of him most of the time. If not all of the time. Not to mention his infuriating arrogance and smugness that simply does not back up any of his actual abilities. Like, doesn't matter how many times Mario winds up fighting him, he's still doing that annoying little laugh and that little dance. He does have his moments. It's just that unfortunately he gets presented as either A, irritatingly smug, or B, a substitute for the Koopalings. Oh yeah, I did walk past the Kecleon. And the Koopalings sort of wound up getting overused without doing too much more imaginative. Bowser Jr. doesn't really do a lot that's imaginative either. He usually just adds a little bit extra and that's it. But I suppose that's kind of Mario games in a nutshell. The bosses are generally very easy. Like, I've been playing Croc Legend of the Gobos, the remake that came out on Switch and current consoles recently, and good lord, some of the levels are absolute jank, and can you imagine doing them with the old tank controls that Croc used to have? Oof. Rough stuff. Rough stuff. But some of the levels are just absolutely awful to deal with. And the bosses are a complete joke most of the time. If not, I haven't got up to the final boss just yet because the sheer jankiness of the level before the final boss with its rotating platforms is infuriating because they rotate just slowly enough that you can't quickly jump over them. Like, if the platform flips very quickly, you can time your jump and land it easily. But they're just slow enough to screw you over as they start turning over. It's so irritating. And there are no gobos through the standard level. Then you get to the bonus area after you've been through an absolute nightmare of a level, and guess what? It's more spiked platforms. More stuff like the majority of the level. And it's like, honestly, some of those levels are like, how the hell did they actually think that kids were going to have the patience to do this? It's like, yes, games probably were harder when you were a kid. Games were also really bloody unreasonable when you were a kid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there is some jank in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. There's some jank in Mario 64. I mean, let's not talk about Sunshine. That is quite literally jank with bits of gameplay. But it's entertaining jank at the very least. We go an ice beam. It must have Swift Swim. That's a problem. Wow, I've been crit sacked. I've had so many moves miss. I've had status conditions. The RNG hates my guts. Drop an earthquake on. Ugh. Probably go for the ice beam. Blah. Alright, ice beam should hopefully knock it out. Thank you. And good night, Nuzleaf. Eventually. Like, Oblivious at least got more useful. The fact that it now blocks Taunt and Intimidate is really good too. But otherwise, nobody really uses infatuation strategies, apart from Whitney. Alrighty. I'm almost out of super potions, but that's okay. We can make our way to Lily Cove and then go and deal with the Team Aqua. They've been waiting very patiently on top of Mount Pyre for me to bumble back along so that they can start their evil schemes again. Hey, a nugget, nice. Alrighty. Make our way through here. And we can just surf to secret base spots there, so we don't need to end up going that way. But we can battle the Bug Maniac to wrap... Oh, item. Hang on. No, that's just surfing. I didn't get this during Operation Stealth. Alrighty, so a Bug Maniac who's not very talkative to wrap the episode up. We are just out of the rain. Surskit is not going to take an earthquake. But it is going to do chip damage. A little bit of chip damage, but chip damage nonetheless. There we go. Well done, Zunama. Does he have 3 Surskit? you could only really find it by matching records. And, like, to be fair, I think that using priority moves would be an interesting thing for the AI. It's like they know they're going to get knocked out, so they just use priority moves as one last spiteful attack. They can't do anything, but they're just going to smack you in the face as you finish them off. I can respect the spitefulness. Oh, we've nearly leveled up, but we'll finish it. Oh, Hyper Potion, that's pretty good. We'll find a Pokemon to wrap it up. Hopefully it doesn't take... Good. Didn't take too long. And it's Mightyena to wrap it all up. Let's go, Zanama. That should be the ball game. And there we go. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Obviously, Zanama's defense is pretty good. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.